If you're sending cash offers on land right now and nothing is closing, you're not crazy. And you're not bad at what you do. You're just using one tool for a job that needs four. My name is Clay Hepler. 3 years ago, I had $30,000 in my bank account after my wife lost her job. I sent 15,000 mailers, got nothing, and almost quit. Since then, I've done over 250 land deals and will do over $3 million in gross profit this upcoming year. In the next 12 minutes, I'm gonna show you the 4 land opportunities that real operators are running in 2026. The ones beginners never even see. We're gonna break down the math live on 4 real structures, including one cheat code that adds an extra 25 to 50 grand in pure profit in a single deal. Now let me tell you what's actually happening in the market in 2026. Sellers have more information than they ever had. They have Zillow, they have Redfin, they have their neighbor who sold last year, they have ChatGPT, and they also have 5 to 10 years of land investors sending them lowball cash offers in the mail. The same play every beginner learns fast. So when you reach out to them, they either ignore you or they counter back at retail. And what do most investors do? They kill the lead. They walk away, they post in a Facebook group that the market's dead. The market isn't dead, their toolbox is empty. I've been there. Early in my career, I was a one-trick pony too. I'd find a beautiful piece of dirt. The seller would want 5 grand more than my number, and I'd walk. I probably walked away from $500,000, maybe $1 million in equity in my first 2 years because I only had one move. The operators who are winning right now in our community and in general are the ones that don't force dirt into a box. They let the dirt and the seller's motivation tell them how to structure the deal. That's what I call being a 3D investor, 3-dimensional. Multiple offers, multiple exits, one conversation. Now let me show you how this works. The number one thing that I see is working today is the 3D offer. So instead of sending one number, we send 3. Same property, same seller, same phone call. Offer number 1 is the flip offer. Fast cash, lower price, no contingencies. These still works and we're still crushing these. The seller needs money now and they take this. You close in a month and it's all good. Offer number 2 is the double close offer. For sellers who demand retail, a double close is when you sign a contract to buy in the property, but you don't actually close on it until you have a buyer lined up to pay you more. You never tie up your own cash. You capture the spread in the middle. It takes longer, but your margin is fatter and you never carry the risk. Offer number 3 is the seller financing offer. You give the seller their asking price, maybe a little bit below, but you set the terms. Low down payment, monthly installments, and interest. They get their price, you get control of their assets for pennies on the dollar. The seller doesn't pick what you wanted them to pick. The seller picks based on what they need. Your job isn't to talk to them into a cash discount. Your job is to hand them 3 doors and let them walk through the one that solves their problem. And that's how you stop losing deals on $5,000 spreads. So last week we got a deal, someone brought us this deal, 260 acres in Washington. And the guy he's a good operator. We've worked with him on funding a couple of deals and he couldn't get the deal done. And so the cash price was like a buy for like 1,400 an acre and sell for like 2,200 an acre. There really wasn't a ton of operating margin. And so what we did is we seller financed it at $1,300 an acre with $25,000 down for $350,000-ish purchase price with no interest rate, $1,500 in monthly principal payment. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn around and do what the second thing that we see working, which is seller financing big land back to an end buyer. We'll probably sell between 22 to 2,400 an acre. But the big arbitrage that we're seeing is we'll be able to get all of our down payment back within 3 to 6 months, plus probably an additional $30,000 to $60,000 in pure profit. Then we estimate between $4,500 to $5,500 in pure cash flow every single month from this deal for the next 10 to 15 years. So we're gonna be able to build a cash flow stream that reduces our monthly overhead, that allows us to have more control and buy a deal that we wouldn't have been able to buy with a normal flip, just because we know that this seller financing market exists on the back end. Which brings me to the thing that we see working well is the seller finance big land. So this is the beginning of land investing, right? And also the end. So the beginning of land investing, there's a bunch of gurus of people talking about like buying this land in the middle of nowhere, Arizona or Colorado, and you seller finance and you get this arbitrage. You buy it for $3,000 or $1,000 and you sell it for $5,000 and you make $100 a month with these notes. Frankly, it's like not a bad model. You get a pretty good return on your capital. It's just absolute brain damage. It's like buying a bunch of single family homes because a lot of these people default and it becomes very arduous and you're playing kind of a smaller game. The big game now is doing these wraps, and we're doing this all the time. We're helping people do this. People have been bringing us deals, and we help them with getting the deals under contract, wrapping it, and then we split the profits. It's been really great with a ton of different people because we're really good at doing this, and we seller finance these back-end deals. What this does is this allows land investors in general to build a recurring revenue stream, right? So let's say your monthly amount that you need to pay every single month is $40,000 to keep your business rolling. You do the deal that I'm talking about. I mean, those are rough numbers, but you get $30,000 back in like 3 months. You get all your basis back or whatever. So you make a little bit of money, which is great. But then you have $5,000 per month. And let's say you are at $20,000 per month every single month that you need in order for your business to run. Now that goes down to 15. And then you stack these up. And so within 1 year, maybe two, you have your monthly recurring that pays for all of your business and some profit on top. So then you can take bigger swings at things that we're talking about later in this video to actually scale out of this. Where I see most land investors fall short is they can't get consistency in their business. And this could be a way that you build consistency through seller financing, through recurring revenue in a way that has not existed in big land before. And this is what we're doing. We're becoming the bank with big land because we're able to add liquidity and give optionality with some of these end buyers. Another thing that's really good about this is everyone's talking about, hey, disposition is much more difficult now. We're finding it when it comes to seller financing easier. Why? Because people still want to own big land. People still want to have their recreational land, but we're giving them the optionality and financing them. Maybe someone that couldn't do it normally, we're financing them to allow them to have that sort of flexibility when purchasing this land versus going to a regular bank. So the best thing about this is, for those of you that know about seller financing, if the buyer ever defaults, you get to keep their down payment and all the interest payments, and then you get to resell it. So we're taking the best model about the small land investing and we're applying it to large land investing. So we're able to build massive rivers of cash flow. It allows us to buy better deals and arbitrage interest rates and create liquidity in a market that needs more liquidity. We're solving a bunch of problems at the same time, and that's why I see this being an incredible opportunity in 2026 and beyond. So quick pause. I want to make sure that you actually walk away and do something with this, because most people watching videos like this, maybe you're like me, I'm watching it working out or going to the store or whatever, and you never actually implement the idea. So the 3D offer I just walked you through, we have the exact install, the call scripts, the math behind each of the 3 offers, the offer letter templates, and the conversation flow that my team uses to decide which structure to lead with, packaged up for you completely free. Click the link in the description and I'll share you the whole install. There's no upsell, there's no credit card required. You'll have it in your inbox within the next 5 minutes. Watch this video again tonight, grab the install, and you can send your first 3D offer by the end of the week. That's the difference between a video you watched and a video you acted on. The number 3 thing that I see working in 2026 is paper and pen subdivides. The hot take that most land educators won't say out loud is to make money in houses, you need hammers, you need drywalls, you need subcontractors, and 3 months of headaches. To make money in land, you need a pen and paper. That's the subdivide. Quick definition for those of you that don't know, a subdivide is when you take one big parcel, the parent parcel, and you legally split it into smaller, more affordable lots. You hire a surveyor, you file the paperwork with the county, that's it. This is a minor subdivide, and this is what we love doing. You have no renovation, you have no construction, you're not building everything, you're creating equity with a pen. Now, why does this work? Because the buyer pool for 100 acre parcel at 400 grand is maybe 100 people in the whole county, maybe less, but the buyer pool of 10 acre lots at 60 grand each is thousands. You just massively multiplied your demand and usually sell for more per acre than you pay. Now, I've done subdivides where we turned a $200,000 buy into an $800,000 sale. Same dirt, different paperwork. The only real risk is road frontage and county regulations. You have to do your homework on those before you buy, but we're doing these and we're finding multiple of these per quarter. It's been incredible. Deal number 4 is the mobile home cheat code. All right, so this is the one I told you not to skip. So I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about this. It's getting a little bit of popularity, but I think it's because not a lot of people know how to do it. We're actually buying a 10-acre subdivision. We're doing 6 individual mobile home lots on these and selling. We're taking a deal that would have made 75K on and making 400K on. Here's how the play works. So you take a lot, maybe one of the lots from your subdivide, maybe a standalone parcel you picked up for cheap because no one wanted to build on it. Then you contact a third-party manufactured home dealers, a company like Clayton Homes or a local dealer in that specific market. They build the home in the factory, they haul it out to the site, they set it on a foundation, you add utilities and a driveway. 30 to 60 days later, you have a turnkey home on raw land. You don't swing a hammer, you don't manage contractors, you don't drywall a single wall, no renovation nightmare, no subs, no showing on you, no 3-month delays. The factory handles all of that. The cheat code part is financing. This is this part that separates this play from everything else in the land world. When you sell raw land, your buyer needs 20% down in many cases because it's a land loan. And land loans are brutal. They have higher rates, they have shorter terms, they have stricter credit requirements. Your buyer pool can be lower, which is why I was talking about seller financing earlier. When you sell a home on land, your buyer can use FHA, VA, or USDA loan. 3 to 5% downs, 30-year fix, low rates. And in rural county, USDA loans can go all the way to 0% down for qualified buyers. You see what you just did? You took a much smaller buyer pool and you blew it open with anyone with a pulse and a W-2. A school teacher, a plumber, a bus driver, a young couple. You solved the financing bottleneck that was strangling your demand and your sell-through rate like I was talking about earlier. Now let me give real numbers so this isn't so abstract. So say you pick up a lot up for $15,000. In most rural markets, that lot as raw dirt might sell for 30 or 40 or 50, 15 grand profit. You drop a new manufactured home on the same lot, your all-in cost for home delivery, foundation, and utilities, maybe it's 120 to 140 grand, something like that. This is what we're seeing. Maybe it's less. The finished package, home plus land, sells for 230 to 250 grand, or around this range. You just turned a $15,000 profit into a $50 to $80,000 net profit on the same piece of dirt. Same lot, same hours, 10 times the upside. The operators I work with who are adding $25,000 to $50,000 in pure net profit per house they place. So, and some of the people are doing 2, 3, 4 of these every quarter. Now, the reason why I really like this is it's not like we're trying to time the market. Rural America has a massive housing shortage. America has a massive housing shortage. It had one in 2022. It's gonna have one even worse in 2030. Every person I talk to is talking about affordable housing. You, as a land investor, are literally solving a problem that they can't solve themselves. That's why I like this as a strategy. So it's not about adding more volume, more marketing, more calling, more texting, more mailers, more people. It's about taking existing parcels that you're targeting and just adding an extra layer, right? So just a high level, I'm not an attorney and I'm not a lender. You want to make sure that you call your county to make sure that manufactured homes work in this area. You want to confirm square footage requirements, restrictions, foundation requirements, before you put a single dollar in a deal like this. But I think it's an amazing opportunity. You only need to do 4 of these deals a year to make 200,000 and 8 of these deals a year to make 400. So I want to tell you something that I rarely say on this channel. The reason I made it was part luck, but it was definitely not that I worked harder than everyone else. It's because at one point I stopped sending just offers and started sending the right offer to the right seller. I stopped being a one-trick pony. I became an operator. I built tools, I built a team, I built machines. That's the difference between someone who does one deal a year, one deal a quarter, and someone who does one deal a week. It's not about talent, it's not about capital, it's structure. And you're sitting right there thinking you're too late, or you've missed a window on land, or you need more capital first. I'm telling you, you don't. You need a better toolbox. And the 4 opportunities that I just walked you through are that toolbox. Now you know the 4 opportunities that separate amateurs from operators in 2026. But knowing the structure isn't the same thing as being able to run this structure every single week. So here's what I want you to do now. Click the link in the description and grab the 3D offer install. It's completely free. You're gonna get the exact scripts that my team uses and the offer letter templates and the math behind each structure. That one install is the piece you can have live in your business by the end of the week. It's the single highest lever change most beginners can make, because every other deal we talked about, the seller finance big land, the subdivide, the mobile home package, they all start with the seller saying yes to one of the 3 offers. The 3D offer is the front door to everything. Go grab it. It'll take you 5 minutes and you can send your first 3D offer tomorrow. If you get value out of this video, do me a favor, hit subscribe. There's a lot of noise in land space right now. I'm trying to be one of the voices that actually tell you just what's happening in the trenches. Comment below which of these 4 deals you're going to run first. I read every single comment. We'll see you in the next one.